heard he was joining Complexity after this event, no matter whether they won or lost.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's what's happening?
Confirmed
yeah,
on
yeah.
stream here.
Yeah, totally. No,
So.
we can't do that ever. we can't. People rely on us for reliable source, damn it. Oh man.
All right.
But yeah, so again, obviously they're just having fun. But for further than that,
who would have thought about that?
Master of Arms, yeah, the first pick. You were mentioning that. Dimension Shaman Fade, the final couple of bands, by the way. X trademark, though, just real quickly. So we call them that now. Again, they're no longer part of trademark. To clarify, they dropped the sponsorship. It wasn't vice versa. I think it was coming to a point where, whether or not they wanted to renew their contracts, they chose not to, basically. So in the end, at this point, obviously, they are no longer sponsored. And we'll see where it goes from there. Powermancer Bubbles.
I'm bad.
Yeah.
I'm bad.
No rally coming out here.
No rally. Rally is coming out here, though. All right, if he doesn't come, I don't even. I'm done.
It has to.
Okay.
We'll see.
Well, trademark having a different approach to the game than some of the stuff I've come to predict, that's for sure. I do like Pyro. We usually see trademark run Pyromancer on Limp in more of a semi-carry role compared to when you see Stay Green run it. It's normally Swindle's brother, Z-Freak, running it as support. Granted, they do give him a little bit of farm, try to allow him to get his Steam Boots, ultimately a portal key if he can.
Yeah.
But still is played in that primary support role.
Yeah, very true. So it's going to be interesting to see how X Trademark decides to play that here. Complexity. B-Kid's going to think about these next couple of picks in the meantime. Master of Arms, again, that first pick. You talked about the rally possibility. B-Kid loves rally, so for that reason as well, wouldn't be surprised to see him possibly picked up here, but ultimately the decision is his. And, as we talk about, too, especially in this epic matchup, with so much on the line, I mean, this is it. You're in Vegas, competing for all the money. Do you bust something out that completely unexpected, try to maybe catch them off guard?
They have a very good draft. They don't need to bust anything.
True.
I would not if they get a draft like that. That is
there you go.
Very safe and sound. Harder to evaluate the strength right now of Trademark's lineup until it's complete and seeing what they're going up against. I know Minot's for sure. He has been known as one of the more tricky drafters, or he's figured out a lot of ways to sort of take advantage of teams' weaknesses I've seen and sort of mix things up in a way that you might not expect. It's been a while since Trademark has been at the top of their game, but in their prime, he was definitely known for being, I would say, the best drafter in the scene at the time. So it's like, okay.
Huh.
Leaning itself more towards a potential Moon Queen pick if they choose not to go for it.
Are they not going to go for that? I mean, I feel Complexity.
And if not, they get a double heal and Ophelia Jerizaiah, carry Pyro. They can make a lineup work here in a number of ways, and we'll see. Pyromancer in this case, though, actually might be played by Fitsky as more of a support when you look at the rest of the lineup. Yeah,
this is actually going to turn out to be very interesting here to see. Obviously, Beak's thinking about this. 15 seconds left, so it needs to think of a decision quickly here.
Well, every time Jerizaiah seems to fade away from the scene, it seems to be Trademark that brings it back to popularity.
Yeah.
Right here, Complexity does not want to leave that window open to give them. But still, they're not going to have that potential double jungle route anymore. And here they go. Okay, Deadwood Tempest. Nice. Well, free Jerizaiah Repel onto the Tempest ultimate. We know what that can cause.
Yeah, a lot of chaos, that's for sure. But that does mean they do pass out the potential of having something like an Ophelia, Jerizaiah, but at the same time, without the Moon Queen, not as much potential perhaps. So, the Deadwood on top of the Tempest to finish things off. Now, Complexity, they do got their options here as far as, probably the Ophelia or the Parasite, I would think. Okay, it is going to be the Ophelia in the end. And that'll most likely, of course, be swapped to Riser, who is their go-to jungle player.
Yeah, I think Ophelia was a better pick in this case because, A, they have the defensive capacity of Rally, B, they have the defensive capacity of Master of Arms in combination with Ophelia, the shield heal combination. Can keep that Moon Queen alive, allow her to get her shrunken head, whatever she needs to get off. And if she's farmed enough, she will go absolutely haywire on X Trademark. Yeah.
It says the countdown commences now, going into the game here. So, again, this is it. Game number 1 kicking off here finally. We got a best of 5 series coming at you between Complexity and X Trademark Esports here. So, Complexity going to be on the Legion side. tdM going to be on the Hellborn side.
Yeah, and I'm going to be on the outside here.
Yeah, I know that's a.
Do I have to do the walk of shame at this point?
Unfortunately.
I think,
actually, here, let me try something real quickly. Log out real quickly.
I'm logging out.
This would be awesome if this works, actually.
All right, you're a scientist.
Go to the username. I'm going to log in as one of my special accounts. Let's see if this could actually work.
You have a special account. I want a special account now.
It's a secret. Don't tell anyone.
I won't.
All right, now try to connect to the game off of that. See, if that works, that'd be pretty badass.
Okay.
Okay. What do we got here?
If not, I'm going home.
It's done. It's all done.
Okay, well, Keizu's not in this game.
Keizu is not playing this game. No, this is not Stay Green anymore.
What teams are playing? Okay, no,
All
I'm
right.
getting in on Zai here. Let's see what happens.
People are so confused because they're just.
Guys, you know, oh my, I'm in the game!
I fixed it.
Thank you,
I'm a
Breaky. You're a
genius.
genius. I just wanted to say that. And
All right. All
Thank
right.
you.
Here we are. No problem. Okay, so the landing phase, you did see X Trademark Esports kind of at the top side there, trying to maybe catch somebody, but Magnus falling back before he got caught out. Moon Meander playing the Suicide Magnus, by the way. We'll see. I don't know if I recall history of him I mean, obviously the Suicide Magnus, Keizu is very well known for that, for Stay Green, and we've seen every now and then pop up around, but especially seeing Magnus on Complexity, it's weird not to see it in BK's hands, man. I mean, it's a Swagmas after all.
I think Moon Meander plays enough HoN though to be comfortable that he. I've heard that he puts in his hours. I've never seen his stream or anything.
Might have heard this guy before, yeah.
No, yeah. So he puts in the time. He's definitely going to be a solid Mag player as well. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Confident with nearly pretty much every hero. I've seen him play a number of roles. So.
By the way,
I'm
I
not
mean,
worried about it.
Moon has kind of an interesting take on this. I've been, I've had the privilege again to cover several events that Moon has participated from DreamHacks to the NASL, the original where he made his debut, which was awesome. He's been a vocal guy, kind of like we talked about Swinnamelons earlier. He's in the past been more of a vocal guy, but this event, Moonman has been fairly quiet, to be honest. I mean, when asking him about, the things, chances are, it's just, I think we're good, so, we're very calm and not really his, his crazy antic self that he can be sometimes. So
he's been away from home for a while, though, man. I know he was traveling for a while. He just got back. He had to come out here. Maybe he's just trying to focus on the game, trying to stay in the zone for the event, make sure he can take home a win, and for all of his fans. And he's probably focused at the task at hand, and maybe a little bit homesick even.
Oh, well, hello there. Shout out to Ace Jr. That beautiful message.
Yeah.
All right, so we have. Let's see. I'm looking at this bottom lane here. Moon Queen being played by Haxtron, of course, going up against Zai Bubbles. The lane is pushed up quite a bit. There is Ward aside, obviously, blocking the pole camp. Riser, in the meantime, just going to go ahead and farm up and not worry about that too much. But Bubbles should be able to get some decent levels here, as you can already see, especially with the positioning of the lane and how things are looking for him. Rally against Jerazai in the middle lane. I mean, again, not a matchup we really see. So,
well, yeah, you can credit the lane positioning to his buddy, though.
Who's that?
Mr. Tempest. I didn't see for sure if he denied the wave because I was joining in late, but typically you see in a situation like this, especially with the non-jungle suicide, Tempest will use the deny to help them get a little bit of lane control and experience early on. Goes a long way, honestly, in helping them from getting crushed. And, well, look at right now, we see a 700 golden experience advantage early on, even though the fact that Ophelia hit level 3 before this Tempest did.
This is interesting, actually. We got Franzi right here. He only died in neutrals. It was actually very, very close, but there's an archer over there. I don't know if he pulled. I don't know if he pulled. It almost looked like he might have. I mean, the archer was right there attacking. Something got a little funky there. I wasn't really paying full attention to it, so. But he is now back to the middle lane anyway, so. Interesting stuff there. But yeah, speaking of that, I guess it is more of a 2 versus 1 now. But Jerazai already level 4, actually. So Noob G doing a pretty good job. Zion Bubbles here at the bottom lane. Him and Moon Queen going at it, actually. The shell serve hits. He's going to pour with it. Oh, and he pours into the trees. Very smart right there. You could tell Moon Queen was going for the dive. He was looking to finish off with the Moonbeam right there. But Zai smartly waits for the full distance.
Okay, so right now they're actually handling the early game very, very well. 1,000 gold advantage, 1,500 experience advantage. Actually trying to gank this. Oh, wow, the protective charm just in time. Oh my god, it's going to be close.
No, he's actually going to live, it looks like. Jerazai Rally coming. Oh, nice stuns from Tempest down. Rally might be in a little bit of trouble. Pika going to stun away himself. He's going to cut through the trees. He has Master of Arms nearby. I think they're going to be fine at the end, but clutch timing from Noob G right there on Jerazai. Getting that repel off.
Clutch timing, but also clutch timing by Minuts there on the Tempest. If he didn't show up, the follow-up stun by the rally for certain would have hit, taken him out, and that would have been bloodlust.
True.
So still, 1,300 gold now. It keeps growing every time I try to talk on it, so I'll try to finish the point while I can. This is good. You know why? They don't have a hero like Moon Queen that can solo farm like, triple stacked Ancients ultra effectively. Yeah, Pyro is good at it, but Pyro is not being played as a carry in this game. He'll get levels, but they'll have to do more of a team thing where they go with like Jerazai, Bubbles, Pyro. They all use their AoE and try to clean it up. It's not the kind of thing where they can just sort of have Master of Arms plus Moon Queen just take care of it on themselves. So their resource control or resource management in terms of how fast they can farm, I actually do favor that a little bit further on. Uh-oh, there's a gank going on.
Tempest getting caught out. Magnus Lava Surge on top of the fork landing and the charge shot. Tempest, though, he's going the other way, trying to juke. Nice heel bomb coming out from Jeremiah right there. And Tempest will stay alive. So he cut the other direction, knowing he had that team support in Jeremiah there, and it did save the day. So he says, you'll save my back, I got your back, basically. So still no bloodlust kill. 4.5 minutes in. We've definitely had opportunities, man. But tdM's ex-tdM doing a good job.
See, I feel like what Jeremiah is doing here is going to paint the picture of how a lot of this game is going to play out. Not saying whether or not Complexity or Trademark is going to win, but just denying kills all over the place. That's what Jeremiah is great at. And, well, it's just the beginning of the story to be told.
Yes, it is. It definitely is. So Rally, in the meantime, going to start or continue his farm, I should say. But look at Deadwood, man. Limp on Deadwood, 33 and 26 creep farm. Absolute free farm here at the top lane. Magnus still level 1, of course. So Moon Meander, understandably, not having the best of times. But when you're up against a Pyromancer Deadwood long lane, I mean, what do you expect? So he's just doing his part to try to make something happen. I believe he did stack these Ancients right here. But
now Deadwood's level 6. You can't even put back up against him. If he gets punched, it is over.
Instant death.
And
so
Pyro's getting good levels, too.
And this is kind of interesting because Magnus he's not like bubbles or anything in the sense of being able to be range even to like leech experience or whatnot. This is a level 1 Magnus, man. He's basically playing just roam at this point.
That's totally getting boxed out. A lot of times we'd see the dual lane mid, but Jeremiah able to sort of fend for himself here, and they don't need it. Able to box out their suicide, keep him level 1 is a huge advantage, especially when you're looking at, oh, hey Zai, level 5, doing quite well.
Speaking of Zai, here we go. Moonbeam coming out. Lava Surge just out of range, maybe. There's a shell circle that take cover. Avoids the stun, but it runs right into Riser with the Skeleton Kings, and down goes Zai. So Haxorn getting credit for the kill right there. Zai thought he made an excellent getaway. He was close to it, but Riser wasn't going to let it happen. Well played by Riser right there to cut him off.
Well, sign of good play right there by Moon. If he's suffering in this lane, can't do anything, find a way to make yourself useful. Don't just sit there and complain about it. And, well, sure he did. He went over there. I think he stacked the Ancients for his team, if I'm not mistaken, over there. 2 Predator camps now. On top of that, move bottom lane, set up the kill, and, hey, that's a good start, especially when your Moon Queen is the one getting bloodlust. Sure, you go back to the graphs, though, still very much in Trademark's favor. And I'm looking at that Jeremiah, and it's really difficult to really gauge the worth of each team's lineup in a case like this. We haven't seen a matchup like this in a while.
That's true, yeah. It definitely is. I mean, the Jeremiah, obviously, you got to be worried about him. As I always go back to, I mean, talk about turnaround potential in Team 5's, Jeremiah leads the way with that, really. I mean, the Soul's Blessing could just completely turn around those team fights. So if you're Complexity, you're definitely keeping that in mind. You think you have a victory, and all of a sudden you're losing the battle. So I will say that something I noticed, too, that I forgot to point out was the Master of Arms, he is usually a hero that's, definitely a contender for the Nullifier Blade, but he is being ran in that support role. So Franzi, don't really expect that Nullifier Blade anytime in the near future, if that's even what he chooses to go for, especially as a support.
The dynamic of the team, too, usually doesn't lend itself to Franzi even getting that secondary support style farm, especially with the Suicide Magnus here, and just in general what kind of role he plays on this team. Yeah.
7.5 minutes in now, still sitting on that 1-0 game here for Complexity. It's kind of funny. Got the chance to interview Hanskin, of course, from Line East Coast after the loss, the 3-0 loss to Stay Green earlier, and just got his opinion also on this series out of curiosity. And he basically said, "Oh, I know it's going to be a long series in terms of don't expect many kills to happen. Drawn out series." These two teams, they do have that history, so it definitely can happen. But we'll see. We'll see how it progresses here, of course, when it comes down to it.
At top tower, Tempest hitting level 7 at this point. He's confident with his level 4 elementals to start applying that pressure, knocking down the towers. Minus knows his timing here, has that early Ring of Sorcery in. Well, we see him go a number of different builds on Tempest, especially when we're not even expecting to see it. Being ran with the Jeremiah in this game would lead me to believe that maybe a Portal Key is potentially more likely. They have the King's Grasp from the Skeleton Kings too.
Oh my god, a lot of push to the bottom lane right here. Kelpha going to come out as well. Magnus, a big line stun though. Bubbles, oh, he will survive though. Big kills with Jeremiah. Mookin in the meantime, he's going to set no feelers touch to keep him alive. Still no deaths happening. How is that even possible? Magnus in a little bit of a troublesome spot. He does have Lava Surge up, but is he going to be able to get away? Oh, nice deny on the tower in the meantime as well, and Magnus will fall. So finally, after all of that, Trademark Esports, not only did they deny the tower, but they do get the 1 hero kill out of all that exchanging.
Big, big, big. How about that that rally compel to onto the Moon Queen, just barely letting her miss the Rotten Grasp and jetted on out of there.
Able to survive. That was definitely big plays indeed. Again, the team support most certainly there for both of these guys, or both of these teams, I should say. And definitely impressive to watch. But in the big picture, it's now a 1-1 Hero Kill game. And obviously, the tower, again, getting denied there by X Trademark. So well played on their part.
Both supports getting their boots at this point, and Whispering Helm now picked up by Haxer and hitting 385 gold per minute and hitting more of a full stride now. Leveling up his multi-strike sooner, going to have higher capacity of killing those stacks and Ancients.
Yeah.
We see sometimes Lunar Glow prioritized still. In this case, just wants the more flash farming of the multi-strike.
Yeah, the Whispering Helm on top of that, so he'll definitely take advantage of any stacked camps in his jungle, which for the time being I don't currently see any, but I'm sure Franzi especially will be on top of that here for complexity. In the meantime, X Trademark Esports, they got 4 out of their 5 players here in the middle lane. They're looking like a little bit of a push, but they're going to fall back in the end. Not really the best of circumstances right there. They are also waiting on this Dewa to get his portal key, it looks like, and well, he has 1,500 plus gold already saved up on top of the Steam Boots power supply, so he's definitely getting there. Looking really good for tdM, and of course, once he gets that portal key, he'll have a lot of targets that he can definitely go for to get those free kills. Top lane, Master of Arms going to throw it on that goo to try to scare the Hellborn guys off of it, but looks like Hellborn team going to hang in there with the 3 of them that are here, and it's going to be close. We'll see. Actually, get the tower kill, nope, not in deny range though.
No real ways to catch him just yet. If a port comes in, it's going to be the telegraph. Looks like they're just going to let it fall, though. Limp getting the kill puts him closer to that 2150 gold. Going to have that portal key in no time at all here. One more creep pretty much walked the shop, and he has it.
Yeah.
There it is.
Magnus is level 4 now, so able to hit that mark. Here you see Haxerin right there actually using a Skeleton King, so that's not Ophelia's minion. It was Haxerin's minion, but you got to wonder, you know, you see that before where if your carry gets that Whispering Helm and you have an Ophelia on your team.
Creep.
Exactly. Share your unit control, basically. Allow them to take the creep. And
the grasp!
Yeah, there we go. The grasp hitting Rally right there. That will be enough for the kill on top of the Charizard heal bomb. Magnus stuns in, but obviously just way too late. So simply just caught Rally right there with that on grasp.
Yeah, and as you know, the Immobilize preventing Rally from escaping in a situation like that. I talked about it before. If you're going up against a Rally, I think that hero is absurdly strong, but if you're going up against him, please get some sort of Immobilize. It makes the initiation so much easier. On anyone. I mean, it doesn't matter who you're going for. As long as you give it Immobilize, you know that they cannot get saved.
Keep them in place, so...
is there any other situation like that where an Immobilize is explicitly better than a stun?
I don't know. That's a good point. I mean, obviously the Compel is a big tool that we see a lot nowadays in the competitive scene, so the fact that it is a counter to that is pretty good, but yeah, I think it is one of the few. Most certainly. That is a little bit better. So Haxerin in the meantime, though, 390 gold per minute now. Moon Queen. So as good as things are going for X Trademark, always got to have that in the back of your mind.
Yeah.
Got a Moon Queen that's farming very, very well here.
Not really missing a beat. No deaths yet. 1,200 extra gold. I didn't see if he picked anything else up. Going for the Energizer. I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. It's obviously, again, the Master of Arms is playing the support MOA, so... going the Energizer himself, not only for his team's sake, but it's also a solid item on a hero like Moon Queen. Definitely good build-up item.
Nice stats and team presence in general. So, yeah, the Shrunken Hide will come a little bit later, but he'll have a little bit more farming utility, keep utility until he gets it. And with a team like Trademark, they're trying to force fights a little bit earlier. Maybe they want a chance to be able to do something about it.
Yeah. Another thing, too, I mean, the fact that he obviously went to the Steam Boots here, he gets that phase effect from the Energizer. Not having the Ghost Marchers, so another big plus right there. In the meantime, though, X Trademark, they are grouping up, push this bottom lane now. We got Rotten Grasp attempt coming up for Dewa right there. Gonna miss. Master of Arms, nice little juke right there, puts the stun out, and Dewa will be able, or will just end up falling back. It looked like he was even an animation of that Falcon Punch right there, but Master of Arms able to stop it in time. So Dewa does have a portal key, choosing not to pursue though, instead going back with his team. And actually pushing in that bottom tower. Complexity does get the middle tower, though, in the meantime, so in a sense making it a 1-for-1 right there.
Yeah, I'm sure they don't mind avoiding engagements here with this Moon Queen, especially while she's killing up a triple stack. All Predasaurs, so good for her. I mean, multi-strike going to do work. Looks like she's cutting it back with the Skeleton King. This is going to take that farm quite deep, really. She's pumping about 420 gold per minute after she's done.
Yeah, again, it's she most certainly can have
wrong.
that factor. What's that?
That's higher than that even. 440,
Oh yeah,
445.
wow. Yeah, we're still early on. I guess only 14 minutes, so jumping up quite a bit right there. Jeez, 440 goal per minute all of a sudden. Well, well above anyone else in this game, let alone the other team. So, but in the meantime, Trademark Esports, they are somewhat grouped up. In fact, they are grouped up, all 5 of them down here at the bottom lane. Jeremiah does have that Ring of Sorcery on top of Tempest, so a couple of Ring of Sorceries to keep the push going here when it comes to using all that mana. But it looks like it should be a tower kill pending a defense here from Complexity. And we'll see if they maybe invulnerability poured in if tdM stays in here.
Look at the gold chart, though, man. Look at the experience. They're
Yeah.
just making better. As I said before, with that Moon Queen and her flash farming capacity, Pyromancer can do, but he's being played as support, so it doesn't really count. They have some AoE. It's just not the same. So in a straight-up farm race, I think Complexity has the edge.
Yeah. Pushing the tower right here, if vulnerability used, and now here comes the damage. It's going to be a free tower kill in the end. So tdM will get a little bit of boosted gold from that, as you're just referring to. 2,600 gold now for them. Moon Queen, again, the Ancients over here. Look at that pickup. The portal key by Noob G here on this Jeremiah. What do you make of that, One Emperor?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Gonna be able to sit back and save teammates in any positioning, that's for sure. You're gonna be able to use it more aggressively as well to follow up on something like a Deadwood jump. Say even Tempest gets a huge Elemental Void off, is able to get that portal key off, massive heal bomb. I mean, it is effective. Does give his team more map presence, and it looks like they just want to just keep up the pressure in general. Tempest saving up for a portal key of his own.
That is very interesting, actually. Yeah, again, as you said, I think the big thing is that it allows him to really just sit back there, and it gives him the gap-closing potential to then save his teammates. In the meantime, though, Pyromancer, Fitzgate in a lot of trouble right here. Ophelia's going to come in. There's the Magnus Tud. And Fitzgate is the support Pyromancer just immediately dropping, so second kill of the game happening for Complexity right there, and gladly take it for them.
With Black Legion now finished by Rally as well. Haxern, although he went the Energizer route, still farming amazingly. 430 gold per minute, already pretty much picking up his, what is that even? The, what is that?
What are we
is
talking
that? The
about?
Warhammer. The
Warhammer, of course.
Yeah, towards the Shrunken Head.
Yes. That is good. Is good. Bubbles still sitting on the Little Red Booties and actually already picking up the major totem here. So we'll see. That looks like he might be going the tablet route first even. Over upgrading
still looks like he's... yeah, maybe. I mean, he's only 80 gold off if that's the case. And the fact that he picked up a major totem, which is otherwise a pretty bad item, would tell us that.
Yeah. Portal key on Tempest. So there's the 3 portal keys now on the Hellborn team. In the meantime, what's going on over here? Jeremiah trying to maybe catch Rally with a portal key heal bomb there, but Rally was actually able to compel away before anything happened, so going to be fine. Jeremiah, by the way, has a 3 in Protective Charm as well as a 2 into his Righteous Aura. So kind of an interesting item build there. There is a charm onto Deadwood, or skill build, excuse me. There's a charm onto Deadwood. He's going to go in right here with that portal key. Right onto Ophelia. Here comes the defensive master Call. The big Tempest ultimate coming out from my nuts right there. Down goes Ophelia. Soul's Plus is going to be used as well for Trademark Esports. And Magnus will fall. Master of Arms just trying to walk back into the base. Rally does not have compel for another 7 seconds. He's going to be locked in with the Dragonfire's done. Just a little too taken though. Big Magnus down. The Eruption.
Oh
the Eruption. Tail is going to go off right there. The protected time of Jeremiah. Down goes Deadwood. Down goes Pyromancer. Moonmeander making the big plays right there. Tempest will fall, and Complexity has the better of that exchange in the end. What a big play by Moonmeander.
Holy crap, he went right in there full confidence. He knew their cooldowns were up, and just, wow, what a huge save. You got to say, they did stay a little bit too long chasing in there, but, I mean, Complexity, man, they played that to a T.
Whew, that was big. Absolutely big. The Tempest ultimate was huge. That came out from my nuts quiz for tdM. Thought that was going to be the decision for the fight, but the buyback from Magnus, he sets up the Eruption. Beautiful, beautiful play from Moon. And
Moon?
Yeah. I'm sure the chat's going wild on that one, man. That was pretty epic right there. So,
well, he did post when he was traveling. They went to go train in the train overseas and hone his craft. So maybe showing a little bit of that there. Of course, that was a big troll, but
of course, no, that was a big play though. Big play indeed.
Huge.
Level 14 Moon Queen in the meantime, because obviously what that ultimately does is not only do you, if anything, well, you really just won the fight if you're Complexity there. On top of that, your Moon Queen just continuing to get bigger and better and stronger. Down in the meantime, going to jump Master of Arms right here. Big pick off from next tdM. Very quick pick off at that. And Complexity won't have any time to react to it. So a nice little pick on the support Master of Arms, but not the biggest deal in the world, of course.
Yeah, the big thing about that kill by Moon was the fact that it bought Complexity more time for Moon Queen to get huge. You know, we see the power of Trademark's lineup right now. It is absolutely devastating. They do look like they have a bit of a team fight advantage. Still, Hexer not only got a hat trick, it's just bumped up to 470 GPM, just makes the game go later and later and later.
Yeah.
And their window of opportunity closes.
It sure does. XTDM, though, at that pick-off. They're going to try to push middle here. What's that?
Yeah, no, just Master of Arms is back up, and
yeah.
I was curious to see if they'd try to make something happen, but no, Moon Queen's ultimate is down, Ophelia's touch is down, Magma's ulti is down. They do not want to fight yet.
Moon Queen used her shrunken head. I'm kind of curious about that,
Yeah,
actually, if that was a misclick or if she thought they were going to jump her or something, because it's on a 30-second cooldown now and counting, so I'm not sure about that. But anyways, it does have that shrunken head, with that said, and obviously now 9 seconds. Again, not the end of the world by any means, but kind of just curious about what took place there. But is level 15, farming nearly 500 gold per minute. Again, deadly, deadly stuff going on. I'm very curious. Oh, well, there's my answer. Shaman's Headdress just purchased by Jeremiah, so he's going to keep more of that just being a team support hero here. You know, this term gets thrown around, the carry Zaya. You look at this lineup over here for the Hellborn team, they don't really have that carry. Obviously, none of them can really compete in the end with that Moon Queen by any means, but kind of wondered if Jeremiah, especially being Noob G, if he's going to maybe go for that kind of route. But going for the more of the team support here.
Yeah, it's in a case like that, you look to carry more through your team presence and team fight ability. I mean, yeah, the carries, you can carry even if you're not, like, carrying in terms of raw physical DPS. And Jeremiah definitely a hero capable of turning around games. Still, it's like they have a lot of front load damage. If Complexity makes it over that initial hump, can survive, outlast the duration of the Jeremiah ulti without taking too many casualties, they have nothing that can really go toe-to-toe with Moon Queen. You are right.
Yeah. Especially at the rate that she's going, man.
But who can? Who can?
Exactly.
Artillery.
So artillery is definitely as late. A lot of people consider that for obvious reasons. So Riser may lose one of his Minotaurs right here. Let's see, uses the Ophelia's touch. Yeah, definitely not worth it though. The Minotaur gets picked off. I think it was just scouting things out right there. So Riser currently has just the one Minotaur on the Skeleton King now, and no camps nearby. So he'll have to go ahead and get a new one of those, obviously.
Yeah, well, they picked up 3 portal keys here for Trademark Esports, and they are great items when you look at a team that's building tank here with the Master Arms, with the Helm of the Black Legion here on Rally, with the Ophelia, with the Astrolabe. You sort of look at it, you want those portal keys to sort of give you an advantage and allow you to take more map control and expand your lead further. The fact that they used those portal keys, set up a good fight, but ultimately got smashed, sort of makes the gap even more than it... the gap, in actuality, I'd say, is actually bigger than it shows on the graphs between Complexity and Trademark right now. So.
True. Now, this is, again, as expected. Really, this whole series expected to be a very close series. We have a very close game. Game number 1 to get things kicked off here in this best out of 5. So, again, we're coming off the 3-0 State Green series earlier. I just didn't see that happening here. So,
yeah.
Again,
you're looking at this right here, the Kongor attempt. Obviously, they still want to take the team fight. Able to drop Kongor relatively quickly. Pyromancer doesn't have any points in that fervor yet. We know that can stack up a little bit when doing things like Tower and Kongor, but either way, top tower getting pushed down. They'll gladly trade that tower, though, for the token.
There you go. Kongor for tower, and as soon as that pops up, it's, you kind of wonder Complexity. They probably knew that was going on again. It's just a case of didn't want to get that, didn't want to get involved there. Token of Life, who's it go on by the way?
Deadwood. And he's actually building up for a Hellflower, which makes a lot of sense going up against the Moon Queen, because if she does get her Shrunken Head off, she does have that farm, ultimately a Symbol of Rage Geometers. Gets any of those items off, you pretty much kiss your team fight goodbye.
Yeah, as we've seen many, many of times before. Firebrand just purchased by Moon Queen, by the way, and that level 16 mark has been hit. Magnus, Moon Meander, obviously having the big clutch ultimate not too long ago. That definitely made a statement in this game earlier on. He's recovered, man. I mean, look at he's level 10 now. So this is a Magnus that was level 1 when Deadwood was level 6. And he's managed to recover very nicely. So, again, as you put it, especially that suicide roll, these players at this level, they know by now, you just can't get frustrated ever. You just have to know, play your game, recovery can and very likely will happen, and this is another great example of that. So
that was an absolutely monstrous play.
Just
going back to that was absolutely monstrous. Is no doubt entirely responsible for the momentum that Complexity has in this game right now. Still, they do have the token here on Trademark. They're going to be looking to use it because they know that as it gets later and later, they don't want to keep it going. Hellflower, you know, they can scale. They can scale thanks to the Hellflower, but there is a point where it's just...
It's a move.
You have to kiss your host goodbye. Yeah.
But overall picture, though, again, XTDM, Tempest, Jerizai, and Deadwood, all farming very well. You got your bubbles at 287 GPM, so X-Trademark Esports across the board, and not looking too shabby whatsoever. In the meantime, though, that Deadwood with it took it to left, of course, for another 5 minutes. He's going to kind of push up this top lane a little bit. He has Pyromancer and Bubbles nearby, but is just feeling a little uncomfortable, deciding to fall back right there. So Jerizai, he is looking to finish that barrier idol. In fact, he does have enough gold for it now. So once he gets that, we'll see where then he goes from there. The Tablet of Command purchased by Bubbles, by the way, too.
Well, no, Tablet of Command has been on Bubbles for a long time.
Yeah,
but he actually just picked up. Yeah, I thought he was going to go Portal Key. I was like, oh, we'll help break up his initiate.
Wow, Deadwood jumping right in there to Rally. Hopefully this touch is going to be used in the meantime, but not going to be enough. Rally will fall right there. Pyromancer supports it, as well as Moonqueen. The ultimate from Moonqueen coming out there, shrugging it. But the big Tempest ultimate coming out from us there for XTDM. Will it be enough damage on the Moonqueen? It looks like maybe no, not enough. Deadwood falls. Soul's Blessing comes out by Deadwood. A big line stun from Mammoth in the meantime. The rush pick going to be canceled. Pyromancer still alive. Somehow Pyromancer falls. Deadwood coming back with that repel on top of him, going for Moonqueen, and Moonqueen will be dropped. Deadwood does fall right after that, though, and now Noob G's in a lot of trouble. Master of Arts in the field. Look at that damage with the cut, with the acid down. Bubbles barely escaping. Complexity, though, even with Moonqueen falling there, they do come out on top of the fight.
Breaky, they needed True Sight. They needed True Sight to kill the Magnus. Moon went in, got his Steam Bath off. They landed some AoE, but I think he maintained his invis throughout all of it and managed to come back in at the end there. It looked like a very good fight coming out. Jerizai should have just in time to try to save a couple of his allies. Still, Complexity pulling through in the end, man.
Yeah. Very, very close right there. But, yeah, and also on top of that, again, when the goo was down for Master of Arms, you saw him and Ophelia just tear up Jerizai at near the very end there. So, goes to show, you know, just how powerful that goo can be. And with all those minions and whatnot attacking. Mumia, though, again, Magnus, the portal key has now been picked up. He's level 12. He's just, again, I think we said enough, but hey, you can never say it enough. Doing a fantastic job here for Complexity. You see, Riser may lose his minions right here. They're going to get caught out, it looks like, by the team of the Hellborn side.
Yeah, still, Riser lost his minions. Limp lost his token.
Yeah, true.
Complexity just, I feel like that really won't happen again to them, a situation that bad, and the fact that they prevailed in the end does say a lot to the state of their advantage. And okay, Invis Rally here looking to maybe set something up. I don't think Trademark is perceptive to it. Still, Jerizai's going to back up towards top, and they're just going to let it go. Yeah,
he's going bottom, but yeah, in the mini-map, not anywhere nearby anyone of XTDM. So Moonqueen will gladly just use this time, though, as always, to continue to farm it up here at the bottom lane. Has another 2,200 gold saved up. Obviously, Geometer's Bane could very likely be the follow-up here for her. XTDM, however, going to keep the push. Look at Tempest actually jumping right there on a Master Rods. Franz going to use the for the Master's Call. Will it be enough? Ophelia's touch not going to be used. They knew he was pretty much dead. He did drop a Bound Eye as well, which was picked up, I think. No, it was destroyed, it looks like. So never mind. I could have sworn there was a Bound Eye that dropped, and I don't see anyone have it, though. Anyways, they take out the tower as well, and they are going to now push into the base. So that's a good pick right there for XTDM, obviously.
It is. At this point, though, Moonqueen does have buyback. It does make their approach to this fight very difficult when they're going to fight inside the base, since it's not a long walk for her to get back into the fight.
Yeah. Magnus kind of having some fun right there. Going up the creep wave, if anything. That Lava Surge stun. But in the end, XTDM, because kind of expected, they're going to start falling back and protect both the middle and the bottom lane pushes. So, but while that's all happening, Moonqueen's like, do what you want, sitting in the jungle. I'm still having a great time. 27 and 2,800 gold now saved up. Shrunken is purchased, though, by Tempest. That's obviously huge.
It is.
For XTDM here.
Allows you to use the Protective Charm onto another ally instead. Someone like Deadwood, once he gets his Hellflower with the Protective Charm, essentially 2 Shrunken Head initiations.
Yeah, of course, the Skeleton King now going to be that much more keen here for Ophelia. Currently doesn't have one, has the Catman Champion double Minotaur, but by the time maybe it comes up, I'm sure he'll look to have one. Looking around the map right now, I don't see any Skeleton Kings, unfortunately, for his sake. But we'll see Riser if he can eventually get one. Moon Queen going to go ahead and take out these triple stack Ancients. Obviously, with the farm that he has, it's not that difficult to do anymore. And more than 4,000 gold now saved up, so either he's just going to right-click, finish that Geometer's Bane, or maybe go, okay, no, he's going to go the similar rage route, actually.
Wise choice, because I was looking at his health pool, and I was like, he's level 19, but still, Hellflower up by Deadwood, initiation onto him, he will get bursted down, force him to use his buybacks, burn through his buybacks, and they still have a hope. Simple rage is going to make it that much more difficult.
Yeah. Look at this life pool right now, 1822. Once that's delivered here in a couple seconds, 2297. So, yeah, you do the math. Went up quite a bit right there. He is all of a sudden not only tanky, but on top of that has that obviously on use now effect. And you're just talking about the Hellflower, which has to be shortly here, I would assume. Okay, so how's the Souls forward?
He has a whole. He has he has 2 Arcanas to go basically. Once he buys this one. So well, 1 more afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah. So going to continue to farm himself. Moon Queen looking at a very, very nice 540 gold per minute right now. 10-9 hero kill game in favor of Complexity. Definitely intense stuff going on. I know we have the player cams going as well. Hopefully that's been cool for you guys tuning in at home. We unfortunately ourselves we can't really see it, but I assume I kind of hear every now and then them getting excited in those big team fights. So I'm sure there's some movement going on over there, and it's always fun to see hype like that, and that team's definitely getting into it. XTDM though, they are looking for an opportunity right here. Oh, they may find it. Well, are they going to jump? There's a rock crash. There's a jump right there. In comes the Demon, the Master Call. The trigger going to go off. And the Moon Queen finale is going to go off right there. Tempest Ultimate to lock him down. Full Tempest Ultimate not going to be canceled. It pulls everyone. And Moon Queen somehow still alive. Similar Rage going to be used right there. Putting in the auto attacks. Dead goes Pyromancer and Bubbles. Down goes Jeremiah. Magma stun on the Tempest right there. And Complexity going to tear that fight apart. The team support was way too strong for the Moon Queen right there, and I think it's safe to say Complexity, they were baiting Moon Queen.
They were. If Tempest is able to get in there just a second sooner with that Shrunken Head, with the Elemental Void, would have done a lot, because Pyromancer, his, always forget his skill names, his Phoenix Wave, his Dragonfire, his Stun, his Nuke, they both would have hit into the Blazing Strike, but yeah, and he's level 11, mind you. I really do think Moon Queen would have died, but he managed to get his Shrunken Head off, and that was all the difference.
Yeah. Big.
Well, it's going to lead to a counter push here. No one's got buybacks, or a couple of them do, but it's Zai. Okay, Zai is a buyback. Deadwood's up. Pyro's reviving. Still, Moon Queen looking absolutely absurd. They don't have to push into the base just yet, but at this rate,
you're worried if you're XTDM.
Oh, for sure.
Well, yeah, that's what I was going to bring up too. I mean, I don't know about you, but to me, this is the first time in the game where I feel like one team has a pretty solid advantage now. Complexity. Yeah, feeling pretty strong after that fight, I'm sure. Again, the Ophelia Master of Arms, as usual, doing work. You have a Moon Queen thrown into the mix, and it does take you back to that lockpick stage, remember. I mean,
well, okay, Moon Queen's great, but I actually do think Trademark could have won this game. I thought they had a really good strat going. I think there was huge elemental voids, small mistakes, and, well, Moon Queen's one of those heroes. You give her the room and give her the opportunity, and it's just really, really hard to climb back against her.
Yeah. Hellflower is getting close for Deadwood. He has another 800 gold saved up with the 2 Arcanas, of course, so that most certainly is going to be a big item. Obviously, Storm Spirit just picked up by Rise here in the meantime, and we all know about that Storm Spirit Ophelia combination and how, well, hell, you're already dealing with her and Master of Arms. Now you got that on top of everything else. That's got to be going to be a frustrating time for the Selborn team. They do have the Jeremiah, though. Again, the Soul's Blessing, the turnaround potential there. And obviously, the big Tempest Ultimate. Minus has had great. You made that point. I mean, I agree with you. He's had some big ultimates this game, but especially that last one just wasn't able to pull through. Hell, his last 2 have both have been turned around in the end on, despite him what it seems like it's been full duration. So, speaking of him, he ports back to base, I believe. Yeah, he's ported back to base and going to join up with his team right here. Blessed Orb on Bubble still. We talked about that earlier, how he's picked that up after the tablet. He's kind of been sitting on that now for a little bit. So Zai's farm, maybe slowing down a little. He is about 280 gold per minute, however, so still very respectable, of course.
Yeah, it's respectable. It's just, at this rate, the Sheepstick not coming out any time where it's going to be extremely effective here against this Moon Queen. Yeah. Well, they know they're confident to push up right now. Kongor is back up. Complexity might try to make a move for it, or they might just try to break base here, knowing that they are just that strong.
Yeah.
They have the Ophelia Storm Spirit combination, as you mentioned, if things get sort of risky. So, yeah, he's going for it.
Yep. Moon Queen's the boss right here. There is no Skeleton King, by the way. The Catman champion, double Minotaur, so, that could be the big difference, but Obviously, Complexity feeling very confident right now. They know Moon Queen, no took a life or anything, but they have the 3 tablets in a sense. They have Ophelia and Master of Arms. They're not worried about Moon Queen getting jumped right here. So she's just gladly sitting in front. Nice dodge on the wrong grasp right there. Saw the animation. Okay, eventually got, I guess, but it's going to be fine in the end, of course. I'm going to use the Energizer right there, kind of running back in. This is going to be a free rack. Team of the Clear Special. Here we go. Timber jumps in. The team of the Masters call coming out right there. This is going to be enough for the first. No, it's not. That Tabas on the pulling him in. As soon as it goes down, big Tabas ultimate him down goes Moon Queen right there. XTDM has a big chance now. Rally is still alive. He's trying to get away in the meantime. Poured out from Ophelia. Rally will be ported out as well with the portal key, it looks like. So he may survive. Yes, he will be fine. Deadwood chasing. Franzi's going to be picked off right here. But what another clutch Tempest ultimate coming out from Lineouts right there. He used it as the Storm Spirit was used, knowing that he would come down right into it.
Sure. Well, look at that. Okay, they broke the racks, but the golden experience is evened out. This opens up a potential Kongor attempt. Moon Queen did buy back over, is pushing up the top lane. They are moving right into the pit. Going to try to get another token here.
Man, this is an intense game indeed, and it is good to see, man. I know I'm sure we got the viewers tuning in excited for this one going into it, but on top of that, we are definitely having a pretty awesome game number 1 here. 35 minutes into the game right now. Kongor being attempted, but see the Vagabond leader kind of scouting things out. Going to go to nuke the minions right there, but clearly the jig is up, and XTDM will have to fall back. So you made a good point, though. I kind of got ahead of myself. I mean, the melee racks did die, so obviously that is still a victory in a sense for Complexity, a small victory. But
yeah, but they're going for Cauldrons here on Bubbles. It's not often you see Bubbles with that capacity shut down a late game carry. I mean, the simple range won't do anything if he is able to get sheep, not auto-attacking then.
Yeah, very true. Yeah, like I said earlier, sitting on that blessed orb forever, but now it's a sheep stick, full sheep stick, and of course a lot more deadlier as a result. Jeremiah, 2,000 gold saved up. Noob G, it kind of seems like he too has been sitting on the same items for a little bit. And I don't know, it does take me back to that
sheep
portal
stick.
key pickup a little bit. Okay, yeah,
well,
he does go to the blessed orb there.
Building for it anyway.
Yeah, so still a little bit for the sheep stick, obviously, but going for it most likely. Again, I'm not going to sit here and say it's definitely hindsight perhaps, but the portal key initial pickup, I mean, are you still...
I thought it was fine.
Yeah, you thought it was fine.
I mean, they came to that top fight. They made other errors in their initiation or timing, which led to their defeat. We saw there they had huge fights, and well, they overextended. Moon Meander, more so than making a mistake, Moon Meander made a huge play once again, and
yeah,
no, I don't think it was a problem. Not in this game.
Yeah. Well, gold lead, 4,500 gold lead for Complexity, 6,100 experience lead. They got the Moon Queen farm, but team fight, man. Team fight potential is there by XTDM, Tempest, Jeremiah, Deadwood for a lot of the burst damage. Obviously, Bubbles on top of that, and you got Pyromancer to support Pyro, who is level 12. So he has that Blazing Strike, going to be dealing 675 direct magic damage on a target of his choice. So plenty of damage assistance coming out from him. In the meantime, though, Moon Queen, another 2,300 gold saved up. You look at her arsenal of items right now, I guess she, in a sense, has at least one more slot left, but...
Well, always can sell the Energizer. And look at the Energizer like... I don't know, bonus pair of B. I don't know. I don't even know how to compare it, but it's a totally expendable item as the game moves on.
It would take away her phase effect, of course, but yeah, it's not the biggest deal in the world, and wouldn't be surprised to see her upgrading to a bigger item. Maybe something like that Wingbow, perhaps, but we do see her leading the way. Once again here for Complexity. They know what happened at the bottom lane. Again, they got the racks, though. They're going to go try to do the same thing up top here. Will Tempest ultimate is up. Okay, I was going to say, is that actually down? No, it is up, so... GDM, the XTDM, they're good to go. They have everything up, and they're going to try to do what they made last time. You see Moon Queen this time, though. She's like, okay, it was a little scarier than I thought, so I'm going to go ahead and play a little more passive this time. Is Complexity as a team, for that matter. And they may not end up pushing it in the end, so XTDM at least holding them off here, it looks like.
Tempest getting to that point where Restoration Stone becomes a very real possibility if
it's
another team fight.
Very true. 3,300 gold saved out for the portal key, but not really going in right there. Yeah, you're right, though. 3,300 gold saved up, and so on his way at least. That could be big. Speaking of gold saved up, he definitely has a buyback, of course, and Deadwood probably does have a buyback, yeah.
They really need to take out Moon Queen's other buyback in order to make something happen. But in order to make that happen, they need to be pressuring either base tower or Kongor, otherwise he's not going to just use it. Here's
another Geometer Spain to use. You see they spam out from the Rotten Crash from the Shell Surf. So Moon Queen's not going to be able to do too much. So X trademark pretty content now and really holding him off this time.
Are you looking at that? The double Skeleton King positioning on top of the thing. It's like a tower defense game or something around there.
We dare you to
top
come
of the
through.
hill.
Yeah. Trying to get the max distance. Riser is to make sure that if one gets caught, the other will be fine. So.
It'd be pretty embarrassing right now if they both got caught.
If they both, hit right in the middle of the two. They are next to each other right now. All right, so Moon Queen again leading the way. It looks like Complexity going more of a charge right here. Energizer going to be used,
split
though.
up one of those kings, I still think. I don't want to. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so again, going to fall back. Look at the middle lane in the meantime. Okay, Tempest is going to eventually port back to base, but Tempest was counter-pushing the middle lane right there. On Complexity's side.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, look at the tower. It's actually starting to drop quite a bit. It's not going to fall right here, I don't think. But
they have enough creeps to the point where it will fall, actually. They do have
you're right, actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Still, so will the top tower here of Trademark Esports, so they're not too worried about it at this point.
There's the top tower dead. The middle tower, it's, again, it's going to be pretty close.
So they port back to deny, it's going right on down.
Yeah.
There it is, there it is.
So Moon Queen will go ahead and clean it up, and that means the rest of Complexity, of course, going to fall back as well. 5,000 gold on Moon Queen. She definitely has the store to purchase from here as far as whatever item she wants, getting to that point at least.
Yeah, she picks up a Wingbow here. I still think she is killable. I mean, surprised to say because they don't really have any to carry here, but the burst damage provided by Pyromancer, provided by Deadwood, and the lockdown with the Tempest Ultimate should be enough if they're able to land all their spells.
Yeah. And the fact that Jeremiah, keeps his team alive long enough to be able to do that, too.
Yeah, okay, that was smart.
Yeah.
That was smart.
Yeah, that's a great answer to what you were just saying. I mean,
yep.
Why? Okay, it's almost as if he heard. He's like, well, you're right. I'm going to be
they know how strong he is. So
these are smart players, of course. So Haxring going the Behemoth Sard, and holy crap, 3756 life. Jeez.
Yeah, G carry with like 3 strength items here. Technically, not that you count Shrunken Head or Symbol of Rage as strength items, but it's kind of funny to see.
Yeah, it's. I still remember when the Behemoth Star used to actually have the
increased damage for agility.
For agility, yeah.
Yeah, I always just like the health anyway.
Yeah, of course. You get Behemoth Star for health. It seems kind of like ideal, but it was kind of silly to have that. I always thought.
I liked. It was a cool mechanic though.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool.
Fun idea.
But I am glad it went.
So again, back to the top lane, and I kind of wonder now with the Behemoth Star if he's going to be more of a, well, I'm feeling really good now. I don't really care if you want to jump me, but not going to go in just yet. Again, they want to wait for the right time. They know they are most certainly in the lead right now. They have every advantage. Not every advantage, but they definitely have advantages.
3,756 life. He also has the Ophelia. He has the Astrolife. He has the Storm Spirit. He has the Master's Call. He has the Rally Push. He's got the tablet, the double tablet, the tons of defensive
capabilities. The team support is ridiculous,
here.
It's kind of funny. We're sitting here. We saw the Jeremiah pick on the side of Hellboard team. We're like, oh, that's setting out to be just a mass support team around this Moon Queen. It happened actually on the Legion side. There,
I figured more than anything it was pressuring the Legion side to take Moon Queen.
That's true.
Because you don't want to go into the Moon Queen Jeremiah combination.
That's a good point, yeah. Well, may backfire, unfortunately.
We'll see. Yeah, but
definitely still game left.
Let's just do the draft, man. We went back and looked. There were a couple mistakes. There were huge plays made. And I think
of course,
that's more of a
yeah, this is by no means a draft game. I mean, this is we're seeing some good play on either side, and hey, mistakes happen. That's no one's 100% perfect, of course. So the Hellflower, obviously, Deadwood's had that now for a while, really. But worth reiterating, 2,500 gold saved up on him on top of that. So getting close to maybe going for that demonic breastplate, perhaps. But also buybacks, obviously very important in a game like this. Every buyback is available still on tdM side for Complexity. Of course, Moon Queen and Magnus have both used one of their buybacks. Rally, 3,600 gold saved up. Could be looking to right-click that Shrunken
Head. Yeah, is what I would go. Demonic is always an option. And there's some rally plays out there that don't like the Shrunken Head route. I think most people have sort of adapted and ended up picking it up, though.
Tempest might be in a little bit of trouble here. Okay, no, he's going to fall back in time. He blinked in, just kind of pushed the middle in a little bit, figuring they were still going top, but all of a sudden they started moving back. But he does get back in time, so going to be fine. Now 43 minutes in, there's the Demonic, by the way. So he does go the Demonic in the end. Beat Kid preferring the Demonic breastplate route.
I know, it's more minus armor for the team, I guess. This is, I think, the guaranteed seismic slam. I don't know.
Yeah.
They do have Jerzai that protects against physical damage. They do have the Tempest Elemental Void, which goes through Trunk and Head, and maybe just preferring something like Demonic in a case like that.
Yeah. And obviously a lot of this, too, comes down to the Moon Queen is, again, this team focuses around that Moon Queen.
It's true.
Of course, Demonic Breastplate assists that even more.
So, yeah.
We wouldn't be surprised to see an Abyssal Skull here on one of these guys soon for her. But another 2,800 gold on Moon Queen, by the way. Again, sitting on that 1 buyback, so she only necessarily needs to save up so much gold before she can look to invest into an item. Conqueror obviously up. You got XTDM in the vicinity, almost as if they think Complexity is going for it, but Complexity not doing that just yet. They are being spotted though by these Ward of Sights here. So XTDM has plenty of information. Actually, Moon Queen split up from her team. Okay, no, those are just the illusions I was gonna say. Thought she was going in herself. Balls to the wall right there. That could have been very deadly.
Yep.
But nope, gonna scare them off and actually gonna start Conqueror now. I wonder if XTDM is gonna be able to stop this here.
Well, they certainly have to try. They're not gonna want to go up against a Moon Queen with token. That will just spell defeat.
Well, they are kind of
double damage rune here by Moon Queen.
Oh,
so
jeez.
in spite of her tanky nature, still laying
well,
out 430. And
life just got even much more difficult. Moon Queen hitting for 432 max at that attack speed. XTDM in the vicinity. Again, they are a lot more blind now after that Ward 7 counter. They still have one near the Ancient, so they still get plenty of vision. Look at the Skeleton Kings again being spread out here by Riser. Getting ready for that possible initiation. Shell Surf going to scout it out. Moon Queen realizing he's not going to go in, though. But again, Rotten Grasp. Nope, Haxer going to dodge that. The Skeleton King in the front line is actually scouting out XTDM and seeing where they're at. Oh, boy. This is a big fight brewing here. Double damage has worn off, by the way.
3 Skeleton Kings.
Yeah. Yeah, Riser has that taken care of. He's just like, okay, Tempest, come at me, bro. You're right. It's like a TD game or something. It's a Fortress game here. Building the wall with the Skeleton Kings is exactly what Riser's doing here. Keeping XD back. Okay, look at the base though in the meantime while they're just having a stare off. I mean, look, there goes a ranged Rax. Look at this mass push up on him. You almost wonder if XD even realizes that this is happening. I'm sure they do now, definitely.
They've got to, yeah, at this point. And, well, they're investing a lot into this Conqueror defense, and they know they need to because Moon Queen, with those items, is going to be way absolutely ridiculous. Jumping in, though. Oh, there we go. They're trying to jump right there. Magnus done so on it, and in comes the Propel, though. They'll protect their Travis while Moon Queen, though, buys the distance. Here comes the auto attacks. Soul's Blessing doing a lot of work right here, but it's going to wear off eventually. Down goes Pyromancer with the Moon Finale doing work. Bubble's going to be able to show us over way, so it does end up being a 1-for-1 exchange right there, actually. A Pyromancer for a rally, definitely the better for XTDM, but no, Jerzai is now getting caught off right here. Magnus with the Lava Surge done, and Noob G will fall in the end. So the exchange 2-1 in favor of Complexity, and that very likely now opens up the Conqueror. You see Limp is nearby. Limp may just very likely go for a Ninja here to try to be crafty. I don't know, though. It's that's going to be very difficult right here. Kind of needs to.
Yeah.
Kind of needs to, yeah.
Take the risk. Man, oh, he portal keys away.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, so here it is. Token of Life.
That is what it is, and Elemental Void is still up. Restoration Stone on top of it. So game not over quite yet if they're able to kill his team and maybe clean stuff without support. There are buybacks, though. It's definitely very, very heavily slanted in Trademark's favor at this point, or I should say Complexity's favor at this point.
Yeah.
But well, we saw that crazy fight happen in Trademark's base, bottom lane.
You know, you made the point there. The Restoration Stone Tempest. That's the one thing in my mind. That's really just why, if you're actually right now, you're not looking to concede here because, hey, a double Tempest ultimate, 8 seconds of lockdown. You can put in plenty of damage there into that Moon Queen amongst you, of course, across the board. So definitely possible, but. Obviously, Moon Queen, the Token of Life, the 6,000 gold saved up. The fact that you would need to kill her twice now with that double Tempest ultimate.
That's why you got 2.
It is unrealistic.
You don't have 2 Blazing Strikes. You don't
yeah,
have 2
exactly. You can get the first one maybe pretty easily, but then there's the whole second one. So Moon Queen obviously feeling confident. He's level 25. He's way ahead of anyone else in this game right now. 6 levels higher. The GPM is ridiculous. What is it even? 644 gold per minute here for Haxer. Yeah, he's in a good spot. They're just going to push this melee racks. The Nacho Cheese Man's going to start falling. Look at those glaives, man. The glaives just start to get really absurd here in the base. They're going to start bouncing around and vulnerability coming out. Obviously, tdM, they know they need to have some kind of stand here, else it's 100% over. Look at the glaives.
I know, they're stopping the
portal key chance.
Yeah. And that looks like it's going to be a free melee barracks. Here's his chance, and I'll say goodbye.
Again, the Skeleton Kings are ready. He knows that. It's such a double-edged sword right here, man. Minos wants to go in, but the Riser's on the ball. He will stop it. You got to expect. And so instead, they just let it fall. It's, again, double-edged sword, but at the same time, you know, you just gave up another melee racks for free, basically. All you have left is your middle. Well, they want the best opportunity possible. Definitely understandable, of course. Gonna go for, look at that, by the way. Okay, that was definitely a troll right there.
Zai.
Charged hammer, and then he sells it. Oh, Zai. You guy. Dude's 15 years old. I still can't get over that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and well, not only that, he won. Correct me if I'm wrong. I wasn't there doing the awards with you last year, but he did win. Was it Player of the Year?
MVP, yeah. Yeah, he was the Player of the Year, deservedly so, man. I mean,
yeah.
Trademark Esports, especially to the end of the 2012 year, obviously ending on a high with the DreamHack victory. It was all about him and that Wild Solstice, especially the Zai Wild Soul.
Yeah,
just won so many games for the then Trademark team. So,
yeah, he is a prodigy.
Glad to have him in Heroes of New York.
8,100 gold max items right now. He can rebuy a short
Queen. Oh my God, yeah.
Well, he can do whatever he wants.
I will say, you know, when the rest of the team was, you know, resting up for this match to an extent and, you know, maybe outgetting some food and everything, Haxor was here, man, playing mid-wars, you know,
really?
warming up. He was sitting there at the table. Well, tdM was here as a team, and Haxor was there just playing, man. So, you know, he's here. And obviously we heard in those interviews, too, that we showed just before this match. He's here to win, and he's confident that they can. As he put it, you don't go into an event like this and you're not going to have a chance of winning, because that's just silly. And that's just the competitive nature of Haxor. So
yeah.
He is going to get caught here by the wrong grasp, but it's like
he doesn't even take damage. Yeah. He doesn't take damage. They can sit here all day.
Gold. He's the meteor,
Token.
Obviously.
Token is 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's
the line of Skeleton Kings. It's
I mean, you got the top and the bottom continuing to be pushed in by the creep waves too.
Yeah.
Protect tdM. So it seems like the inevitable is definitely coming up here. But again, tdM just going to try everything they can in their powers to make this happen right now. Moon Queen did activate the similar rage right there, so doesn't have that cooldown just yet, as well as the Geometer's main. Moonbeam on a Tempest, preventing him from jumping in. Void Talisman on Tempest right there. He's going to jump in. He's going to ultimate just yet. Moon Queen going with the Storm Spirit. Not going to happen, though. Magnus actually flash not going to be. Instead, the first step into the Moon Queen, placing strikes. Oh, the Affiliates touch. A Soul's Blessing in the meantime. Rise on to fall back. The Moon Finale from Moon Queen right there. The Soul's Blessing is still up, though. Will it be enough damage in the end? Moon Queen's still alive. The sugar going off. Magnus stuns it with the Eruption, though, and down goes X Trademark Esports. I think the GG Well players are going to come out any second now. Complexity looks like they're going to be taking the first game here, this best out of 5 here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the HoN Tour Grand Finals, Emperor.
Yeah. I saw Beef there in the background dancing as his squad. He was doing some stroll. I don't even know what it was. Maybe he can do it on stream later. But yeah, he's happy his squad took the first game. It was a really, really good fight. I like Trademark's strategy. I thought they could have taken out the Moon Queen. This wasn't their game, however. Still got a long series ahead of us. I don't even care.
Yeah.
I don't care if the Elemental Void lands.
Hey, here's another one, though. Here's another one. Oh, he's dead. GG well played. Again, that'll do it for game number 1. Complexity taking it. Obviously, it is a best out of 5, so still, I'm sure, plenty of series even left to go here, but that's got to feel good for Complexity. Getting off to the start here, taking the first game.
Yeah, it was decisive. Well, they gave him the Moon Queen. Moon Queen is notorious for tearing it up, and well, that's all she wrote.
Yeah. All about the Moon Queen. Again, they built the team as you usually do around that Moon Queen. The Ophelia, the Master of Arms, the tablet support from the team as well as Rally, of course.
Yeah, it was all about the Moon Queen, but they all were pretty fleshed out in the end, too. It wasn't like they were all in, Yeah. So even that one fight where Moon Queen got picked, you remember that top lane? I think it was Moon Meanders barely survived. They didn't have any dust for her. And, where Jerzai just showed up in time, still couldn't make it happen. Very, very sound play coming from both teams. Really, it started out kind of slow, turned into a really exciting matchup.
Oh, it did.
For a
it definitely
game,
did, yeah.
Right?
It did. You're right. The Moon Queen game, a Jerzai game. It's again, these teams in general, they are known for being more of a passive and longer games that aren't a whole lot of action. That definitely had it, especially at the end. You're right there. And,
Yeah.
that was good to see. Hackman just walking in front of our skis like, I'm a boss. I just got 700 GPM Moon Queen. I'm a big deal. No, but again, complexity, I'm sure feeling good. And that means